guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video for next 30 minutes I'm gonna tell you exact ChatGPT system I use to grow, write and do everything on my social media faster. At the end of this video you will get content calendar, you will be sorted with your content, you don't know how to research, you will be like sorted. So my exact ChatGPT system I'm gonna give you. So what you need, first thing, you need to open these tabs. So take out your laptop and watch this video on laptop if possible. ChatGPT, Google Sheets, Google Trends, open it on your tabs. Canva for creatives and Buffer for scheduling. Now, I have this 3-layer content system and I follow that very rigorously in all of my platforms, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube. That is strategy, production and distribution. Strategy includes the content pillars, the audience pain points and the offer. Production is all about the research, then creating, then scripting and then editing. And distribution is all about the packaging as per the platform and repurposing it again. Now we will talk about the first layer, which is strategy. So you need to choose 3 to 5 content pillars as per your niche and then ask ChatGPT to create 30-day content plan according to it. Now here is the huge prompt I have dropped for you, which I use. I'll give all the prompts in the doc in the description. You can check afterward also. But don't just jump on the doc. Watch this video till end, because at the end only you will understand that how everything what I talked makes sense and help me grow like 100k on LinkedIn or 12k on Instagram. So you have to watch the whole video. Also one thing, you have to keep the prompt or keep your idea content plan relevant for at least 90 days. You can change and switch after that, but don't switch too early because you have to stick to algorithm for strictly 90 days if you're following something. Now comes the audience research part. I would say it is pretty intensive and I used to do manually first a lot and still I do, but ChatGPT has saved me some time. So you can research your audience on these platforms and I would say you have to write down 10 of their pain points, 10 of the desired outcomes and 10 of the exact phrases they use. So for an example, if I'm selling a coaching, I know my target audience is freelancers. So I will write all these things for freelancers. And if I'm doing for a founder, I will write exactly all of these things for the founder. So you have to see who's your target audience and write all these things for them. Now what to do? Now you have to validate these topics once you have generated, after collecting all this data and putting in ChatGPT, you have to validate this thing that it's something you should make by Google Trends, via Google Trends. You have to also do LinkedIn search, see where the posts are coming with high comments. You have to also do this search on YouTube and IG to validate that whatever you have collected, there is a data, there is already people who are working on it or making something on it, and yeah, you can take inspiration. Now the very important thing, SEO and findability. You have created or you have searched something which is very good, but you have still not created. Now you have to see how you will get in front of the eyes, because a lot of people think that I've created a topic, I have created a video, I've published it, but I'm not getting views. Simple, it's very simple. You will only get views when you are discoverable, when you are searchable. So if I can find you, then only you will get views. Now, what if you have made something but you're not reaching out to me, and that's only the reason it's not happening, and the only solution is SEO. So again, I'm putting a huge prompt here which you have to go and put it in your ChatGPT to get help with this. If your content is not friendly to search engines, there is no point of creating content. Yesterday only I was telling one of my coaching clients that if you're not coming on keywords on YouTube, if you're not coming in front of the right people, then what's the point to make videos? Also, if you now have your created content ideas, if you have a plan, you need a content calendar. So again, I'm putting a huge prompt here, or you can paste this and make a content calendar for yourself, and then you can start going to the next step, which is scripting. Now script fast with beat sheets. So I'm giving you a prompt for beat sheet. Beat sheet is very simple. It's promise, setup, examples, objections, CTA, everything like ChatGPT draft, and it's humanized. And you have to create assets fast, because you can't be doing one thing again and again. So Canva, you have to get the templates for maybe carousels or for the reel covers, CapCut for the videos, and then you have to have some b-rolls for videos. So make sure that any day which you have enough time, just collect 10 to 15 b-rolls, so you have that in bank. Now comes the editing part. I want to give the least gyan on that because I myself don't do any editing of my any videos. I have no idea of it, but I think even if you are a business owner, agency owner or freelancer and you don't have any interest in editing, you should hire an editor because it's very time consuming, and I think you will able to do a lot of work if you give out your editing. But yes, finding a right editor is also very tough. So yeah, it's a very hard choice, but I would suggest hire an editor, but if you can't, then you do your editing yourself. Now let's come to distribution. What LinkedIn rewards now? Expert knowledge, relevance to your network, meaningful comments. You may even see that old but relevant posts surfacing again on the LinkedIn. So pick a day and post by framework. So I don't post one type of content every day. If you have seen my LinkedIn, it's very different. I do one personal story, I do one brand case study, I do one coaching related content. So according to your pillars and your journey and your audience, you need to make it step by step differently for every day. And I think 4 posts per day is good enough, and you can test timings. For me, evening works 5 p.m, but a lot of people have said 9 a.m. also works great, so you need to test. Now to create a LinkedIn post, I'm giving this huge ass prompt to you which will make you look very good LinkedIn post, but you have to see with prompts, you have to use your mind. If you write a very good prompt, you will get very good results. Yesterday I was writing this script and you won't believe, after I put my prompt in ChatGPT, it took 1 minute and 44 seconds to generate an answer. So ChatGPT was thinking. So you have to make ChatGPT think. Don't just put a thing ki ChatGPT gives answer like this. So yeah, think your prompt and put it. Commenting system is very important on LinkedIn. Do 10 minutes daily, and especially at the time of posting. What IG is prioritizing is more original content and distribution to smaller accounts. Carousels and reels are still strong. Avoid watermarks videos there. Weekly, I think, I'm not doing a lot. I'm doing, I think, 5. Yeah, I'm doing 4 reels and 1 carousel right now. But you can start with 2 or 3 reels plus 1 carousel per week. And again, you have to choose your pillars and you have to be distributed. You don't have to post same type of content daily. So for me in the reels is I try different formats. I do b-rolls. Sometimes I make 1 minute reels also, but I observe whatever is going in, around me, whatever I can help out, and whatever formats I see on Instagram performing. That is very important. So I saw that somebody is doing this video with a green screen. They have shown the piche, their huge ass follower base. So I thought, yeah, LinkedIn pe I also have a follower base. Why don't I make a content on that? So I made a reel that and it performed fine. Then I saw that people are answering the questions that they get. So I also get a lot of questions. So I put the question here and I do that. So I understand I am at the stage where I can do all these things because I have 12k followers on Instagram. But when I started, I still have a lot of content to post, which is not related to this, which is answering your questions, which is basically showing my journey. So I think you need to do a lot of research, and the major hack what I found is see what's performing good on small accounts. So if you have a 2000 followers, see what's performing good on 4k or 5k follower account. If you have 10k followers, see what's performing on 50k follower account. Don't go to million follower accounts and see what's performing. Just see what's performing on small accounts. So again, for writing a reel script, here is a huge ass prompt for you. You should just give a thumbs up on this video because I'm giving you so many prompts for free. Now some shooting tips. Please face the light. Light should be on your face. Add description, alt text, and in reels captions add keywords instead of hashtags. I don't use hashtags, I use keywords there. We just put the keywords at the end of the caption. So yeah, that's important. Now comes the YouTube. So obviously I'm very new at YouTube, so I'm like, like what should I say, but I have recently realized YouTube rewards people who make very, very long videos. It's not Instagram, it's not Facebook, and hopefully it doesn't become. So now I also have tried, which is a huge news for you, to make huge ass videos and just put once a week, but have like literally like half-hour videos. My target is to reach half-hour videos, but it may be up to 20 to 30 minutes. So yeah, you have to see that YouTube only rewards people when there is a watch time, and watch time will only come when there is a long video and you have so much value to say. And here, yes, you can make titles and thumbnails click worthy and one can come on your video, but if your content is shitty, no one will stay, and YouTube rewards only the people who watch the video as much as longer, you know. So I think titles and thumbnails play very little role. I used to think it used to play a huge role, and I used to focus huge on that and not on content. But if you're new on YouTube, my advice is make huge ass long videos and make a decent thumbnail and a decent title. So for title, I think you have to see that it has to be catchy, it has to have emotion, it has have words in it. But for thumbnail, I think 3 to 4 words are max. Some people do a mistake of putting lot of words on thumbnail, which is not good. And have one strong, impressive, you know, with like this something emotion expression on your face. So once there's your face with the expressions and once there's a title, I think this should work. So here is a prompt for the YouTube outline which you can post, and let me tell you again, in the prompts which I'm giving, there are the fill in the blanks which you have to fill. I can't literally spoon feed you. So these are very good prompts which I've given in this whole video yet, but you have to put in the information according to yourself. Edit for retention, I think hook is the key. So less than 15 seconds you should put hook. Insert some questions, some CTAs in the video. So as you have seen, like I have given the prompts, I have told you to like and comment on this video. So put something in the video. I'll just give you a small yarn on repurposing. One source into many assets. Here's my conveyor belt. Record one YouTube long form video and you can make it into shorts, which I don't do, but I will suggest you have to make it in shorts, and you can post on YouTube, but you can post on Instagram. Convert core lesson into one LinkedIn post or browser. This I do, but I do alternate. So on LinkedIn, if something is performed well, I will see can I make a YouTube video on it, you know, or something performed on Instagram. So yeah, this I do. Turn the best comments you get on YouTube into Instagram reel or a LinkedIn post. This also I have done. So there are people who ask me questions, put comments, and I see that wow, this question is very good, I should put a reel on it. So yeah, that can be done. So again, there's a prompt for repurposing. Just copy paste it, or you can get it from the doc which I'll share in the description, which make sure you check out. So 60-minute daily routine. Consistency beats intensity. So my 1 hour routine, I'm telling you. 10 minutes commenting on thoughtful niches post on LinkedIn. 20 minutes I record, whether it's Instagram videos, whether it's YouTube, but yeah, 20 minutes I record. It's not every day. I record, I think 2 to 3 days in the week, but still. Editing and all I don't do. I know my editor do, but I know he gives me last minute videos, so I don't think he's doing more than half an hour job. And my YouTube person takes a whole week to edit. So yeah, I considered it as literally like 20 to 30 minutes. And then 10 minutes on the DMs of like follow-ups or replying comments or answering on DMs. Honestly, it takes more time because LinkedIn, I got a lot of comments. I got comments on Instagram a lot. So I think it alone takes a lot of time for me. But this is not the fixed 1 hour. It gets shifted 1 to 2 hours. But yeah, it doesn't take more than that for sure. You know, I have to literally stop on Instagram scrolling and tell my mind that I have work on Instagram. I cannot waste my time scrolling. So that's basically, I'm hinting you that stop scrolling on Instagram and start creating. Don't post. So yeah, that's it for the video. Don't post and pray. Keep a huge ChatGPT system. Please utilize ChatGPT. It's great. Keep the system which I've told you. You can get the all prompts hack in the doc in the description. And don't do the heavy lifting. And make sure keep your voice human. In ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to make and sound like a human. Again and again, how much time it's required. So yeah, that's it. If you like this video, please comment it and tell me if you have any doubts, and if you want to have a part 2 for this, you should comment that.